I'm back with a bunch of indie games, as per usual. None of these have release dates yet, unless otherwise noted. Starting things off with Ruffy and the Riverside. This is a zany 3D platformer that looks like a middle school art project, in a good way. The main draw here is the swap mechanic, which lets you copy and paste textures to change the world around you. Share the love and die trying in Karmazoo, a joyful, altruistic, cooperative platformer where up to 10 random people help each other out with the unique abilities of 50 different characters, all for the sake of good karma. I don't really know what's going on in this trailer, but I like how the game looks. 10 Dead Doves is a fixed camera horror adventure with a free demo you can play right now. Avoid strange noises, collect lifelines, and creep through a forest that seems to hate you as the main characters, Marcus and Sean, banter back and forth in a way that is completely charming and human. Another one with a demo, Shady Knight is a first-person combo of parkour, archery, and feeling like a badass. So take on the challenge to become the most frighteningly stylish and masterful knight of the age. Flashback 2. Never played the first one, but it's an action-packed cyberpunk game, so I'm sold. The Morphs are preparing their final attack, determined to enslave every civilization in the solar system, and it's your mission to fight back. This one's coming out on November 16th. Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley is a musical adventure about restoring harmony and balance to Moomin Valley, protecting it from the industrious park keeper. I mean, it's coming out in Q1 of next year, and it's Moomin. What more could you ask for? But this next one definitely has nothing to do with Moomin. Post-Trauma is both a tribute to and a modern take on classic horror games, blending old-school fixed camera angles with high-fidelity graphics, smooth controls, and immersive soundscapes. Unleash your powers as a Witherwyvern in this high-action, high-mobility, and high-fantasy adventure. If you like hoverboarding, grappling, flipping, flying, and/or taking down massive enemies, definitely keep an eye on this one. Whisker Squadron is a free-roaming roguelike featuring tense battles in open space, sprawling swarm factories, remote stations with quests and shops, moons infested with bosses, and a fantastically colored vision of outer space. How about a game where every character and their animations have been embroidered by hand? Scarlet Deer Inn is inspired by Slavic folklore and will have you helping out a cast of interesting characters and braving the unknowns of a dark cave with only the light of your torch to keep you company. In Murder on Space Station 52, you're trapped in a space station with a ruthless killer and have to solve this mystery or it'll be your last. This is a point-and-click game set in space and filled with puzzles, exploration, and this whimsical, sketchy style. Drifting on over to the next game, JDM or Japanese Drift Master is a drift racing sim set in the streets of Japan. Drift through small towns and mountain passageways, tune your car to perfection, and go out there and make a name for yourself. Flint Buckler Wakes the Sleepy Castle is a fast-paced RPG packed with colorful characters, locales, and electrifying secrets. You'll need to rely on your wits, brawn, and charm to traverse these scrambled storybooks. Alone, stranded, and with limited resources at your disposal, you'll have to push your way through the zone and find a way out in Hollow Body. This is a tech-noir survival horror adventure with classic elements from the genre like logic puzzles, resource management, and fighting off zombie-like creatures. This next one is pretty intense, get ready. Motor Doom is a freestyle sports roguelite horde shooter with high-octane combat, fluid movement and trick mechanics, and a free demo up on Steam. Pull off gnarly tricks while defeating monsters and upgrade your character with demonic offerings to become ever more powerful. Endcrimson Hollow is a cozy fantasy game set in a magical town, kept secret from the outside world. Play as a hero who discovers this mysterious village inhabited by magical villagers and live the way you want to in this dark fantasy setting. Galaxy Taxi is a hybrid of story-driven action-adventure and shoot-'em-up boss fights. Drive your taxi across the universe and discover the depths of rural outer space, the muddy Milky Way, and a ubiquitous smog that covers everything. Another space game, Retro Space is all about disco punk space horror and lets you be a sneaky chap or a crazy mutant action hero on a space station swallowed by a sentient black hole. Prepare for weird creatures, immersive features, time jumps, and 70s mustaches. During World War I, a lone French soldier must navigate twisted trenches, scavenge for limited supplies, and solve complex puzzles, all while fighting for survival in the midst of a brutal conflict. Conscript is a new take on classic survival horror and has a demo that wouldn't run on my PC, but maybe it'll work for you. Despelote is a slice-of-life adventure about childhood and the magical grip soccer held over the people of Quito, Ecuador in 2001. This game obviously has a very unique style, and you kind of just go around town kicking your ball to different people to see how they'll react. Echostasis presents a world where our reality is not only curated by algorithms, but created by them. The demo for this game was extremely cool, and you play as an engineer who dives into the minds of 3 different subjects before they lose themselves to a virus called the Echo. And finally, coming out in December this year is Long Gone. Decades after the outbreak, you're a survivor stranded in a suburban neighborhood. This is a 2.5D pixel platformer inspired by classic adventure games, and it looks stunning. Thanks for joining me for part 8 of this series. Here's to doubling that and making it to 16.